Life is a paradox. The very things we believe are good for us can sometimes lead to our downfall. Movement is essential, but mindless movement is destructive. We have been conditioned to think that running through life, staying constantly busy and always pushing forward is the path to longevity. But what if the opposite is true? What if slowing down, walking less, both physically and metaphorically, leads to a longer, more meaningful existence? The illusion of productivity is one of the greatest deceptions of modern society, convincing people that constant movement, endless tasks, and perpetual busyness are the markers of success. People wake up every morning, rush through their routines, and immediately throw themselves into a cycle of work, obligations, and distractions without questioning whether any of it is truly meaningful. The ability to stay busy has become a badge of honor, a sign that someone is working hard, when in reality, much of this activity is nothing more than a distraction from what actually matters. Technology has amplified this illusion, making it easier than ever to appear productive while achieving very little. The rise of emails, instant messages, and social media has created an environment where people feel pressured to constantly respond, react, and engage, leaving them with little time for deep thinking or meaningful work. A person who spends their entire day answering emails and attending meetings may feel accomplished, but when they reflect on what they have actually built, solved, or created, the answer is often disappointingly little. Many people mistake activity for achievement, believing that the sheer volume of tasks completed equates to progress. They fill their to-do lists with minor, insignificant tasks and take satisfaction in crossing them off, mistaking motion for real movement. They take on excessive workloads, thinking that doing more will bring them closer to their goals, but in reality, they are simply exhausting themselves without making meaningful progress. True productivity is not about doing more, it is about doing what truly matters. The obsession with productivity has led to a culture where rest is seen as laziness, and stillness is perceived as a lack of ambition. People push themselves to exhaustion, believing that if they stop moving, they will fall behind. They work longer hours, sacrificing sleep, health, and personal time, only to realize that their increased effort does not always translate into better results. The most successful individuals are not those who work the hardest, but those who understand how to allocate their energy effectively. Multitasking, which is often celebrated as a sign of efficiency, is one of the biggest contributors to wasted time and energy. When people divide their attention between multiple tasks, they believe they are being productive, but in reality their focus is scattered and the quality of their work suffers. Studies have repeatedly shown that multitasking reduces efficiency, increases mistakes, and leads to mental fatigue. A person who devotes their full attention to a single task will accomplish far more in less time than someone who is constantly switching between distractions. The corporate world reinforces the illusion of productivity by valuing appearances over actual results. Employees are rewarded for looking busy rather than for making meaningful contributions. Long work hours are mistaken for dedication, and those who take the time to think critically, strategize, and work efficiently are often overlooked in favor of those who simply stay late at the office. Productivity should not be measured by how much time is spent working, but by the impact of the work itself. Social validation also plays a role in maintaining the illusion of productivity. People often showcase their busyness as a form of status, using packed schedules, constant work, and an overwhelming list of commitments to prove their worth. In reality, much of this busyness is performative, driven by a need for external approval rather than a pursuit of genuine progress. The need to be seen as hardworking can trap people in an endless cycle of meaningless activity, preventing them from focusing on what truly brings fulfillment. The illusion of productivity extends beyond work and into personal life. People fill their free time with excessive commitments, believing that a full schedule is a sign of a well-lived life. They chase after endless activities, social events, and self-imposed obligations, leaving themselves with no time for reflection, rest, or genuine enjoyment. True fulfillment does not come from being constantly occupied, but from engaging in activities that align with one's values and goals. One of the biggest dangers of the illusion of productivity is that it prevents people from recognizing when they need to stop, reassess, and change direction. When someone is caught up in the constant pursuit of busyness, they rarely take the time to evaluate whether their efforts are actually leading them closer to their desired outcomes. They may spend years grinding away at something that does not truly serve them, simply because they have been conditioned to equate effort with success. And breaking free from the illusion of productivity requires a shift in mindset. It requires the ability to distinguish between what is urgent and what is important, between what keeps a person busy and what actually moves them forward. It requires the courage to step away from the noise, to say no to unnecessary distractions, and to focus on what truly matters. Productivity should not be about doing as much as possible. It should be about doing the right things with precision and purpose. The most valuable contributions in life come not from those who are constantly in motion, but from those who take the time to think, to plan, and to act with intention. Success is not measured by the number of hours worked, the number of meetings attended, or the number of tasks completed. It is measured by the ability to create, to solve problems, and to make a meaningful impact. The world does not need more people who are merely busy, it needs more people who are truly productive. The challenge, then, is to resist the pressure to equate busyness with value. It is to reject the idea that constant movement is the path to success. It is to redefine productivity as something deeper, something more intentional, something that prioritizes quality over quantity and meaning over motion. Stillness is often misunderstood as passivity, yet it holds immense power in shaping our thoughts, emotions, and actions. In a world that glorifies speed, movement, and constant productivity, stillness is frequently overlooked as an essential force for clarity and strength. The ability to be still physically, mentally, and emotionally is not a sign of inactivity, but rather a profound engagement with the present moment. It is within stillness that the mind finds space to process, reflect, and ultimately grow stronger. The modern world bombards individuals with information, distractions, and endless demands. Noise surrounds people from the moment they wake up to the moment they sleep. Without moments of stillness, the mind is constantly reacting rather than thinking, responding rather than creating. Stillness provides an opportunity to pause, detach from the chaos, and gain control over thoughts and emotions. It allows people to step outside the frenzy and observe their lives from a place of calm awareness. When individuals cultivate stillness, they develop greater emotional resilience. Constant stimulation often leads to stress, anxiety, and burnout. In contrast, those who regularly practice stillness cultivate a deeper sense of peace and stability. Instead of being swept away by external events, they can respond with intention rather than impulse. This ability to remain steady in the face of adversity strengthens both mental and emotional well-being. Stillness fosters deeper self-awareness by creating space for introspection. When movement ceases and distractions are removed, individuals can turn their attention inward. They become more attuned to their thoughts, fears, desires, and motivations. This heightened awareness allows them to make better decisions, align with their true values, and navigate life with greater authenticity. Without stillness, it becomes difficult to hear one's own inner voice amidst the external noise. Creativity thrives in moments of stillness. Many of history's greatest thinkers, writers, and artists have spoken about the importance of solitude and quiet reflection in their creative processes. The mind needs space to wander, explore, and connect ideas in new and unexpected ways. When individuals allow themselves to be still, they invite inspiration and innovation to emerge naturally without force or pressure. The ability to remain still strengthens focus and concentration. In a world where attention spans are shrinking, the practice of stillness becomes even more valuable. Those who can sit in silence without feeling restless train their minds to sustain attention on important tasks. This leads to greater efficiency, deeper learning, and an enhanced ability to engage meaningfully with work and relationships. Stillness plays a crucial role in personal growth and transformation. Moments of quiet reflection allow individuals to process past experiences, learn from mistakes, and chart a clearer path forward. Without these moments of stillness, growth becomes reactive rather than intentional. True transformation requires time to pause, reflect, and integrate lessons before moving ahead with renewed clarity. In relationships, stillness creates space for deeper connection and understanding. Conversations filled with constant noise and hurried responses often lack depth. When individuals practice stillness, they become better listeners, more present, and more empathetic toward others. Instead of rushing to fill silence with words, they learn to appreciate the power of presence and attentive listening, strengthening bonds with those around them. Stillness enhances physical well-being as well. Chronic stress and overstimulation take a toll on the body, leading to fatigue, tension, and health issues. By cultivating stillness through meditation, deep breathing, or quiet contemplation, individuals activate the body's relaxation response. This helps lower blood pressure, reduce cortisol levels, and improve overall, proving that stillness is not just a mental practice but a physical necessity. Spiritual traditions across cultures have long emphasized the power of stillness in attaining inner peace and enlightenment. Whether through meditation, prayer, or silent retreat, the practice of stillness has been used to cultivate a sense of connection to something greater than oneself. It allows individuals to transcend the distractions of daily life and experience a deeper sense of purpose, meaning, and harmony with the world around them. Stillness also teaches patience and acceptance. In a society obsessed with instant results, the ability to be still requires letting go of the need for immediate gratification. It fosters a mindset of trust in oneself, in the process, and in the natural unfolding of life. Learning to sit with discomfort, uncertainty, and unanswered questions builds inner strength and resilience, making individuals more adaptable to life's inevitable challenges. The power of stillness is not about withdrawing from life, but about engaging with it more intentionally. It provides a foundation for deeper awareness, emotional stability, creativity, focus, and overall well-being. In embracing stillness, individuals find clarity in confusion, calm in chaos, and strength in serenity, allowing them to navigate life with greater wisdom and purpose.